Welcome to the Channel for Grace. Gobind will be live shortly. Book a tarot or astrology reading on our website, channelforgrace.guru, and check out our latest programs and classes. Please give us a share and a like, and we hope you enjoy the broadcast. Welcome to the Channel for Grace. Gobind will be live shortly. Book a tarot or astrology reading on our website, channelforgrace.guru, and check out our latest programs and classes. Please give us a share and a like, and we hope you enjoy the broadcast. Welcome to the Channel for Grace. Gobind will be live shortly. Book a tarot or astrology reading on our website, channelforgrace.guru, and check out our latest programs and classes. Please give us a share and a like, and we hope you enjoy the broadcast. Hello everyone, what is going on? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Gobind and this is your Channel for Grace. Thank you guys so much for being here live, and thank you to those of you that are watching the replay. Today we are going to be talking all about the full moon in Libra that is coming up this Saturday on April 16th. Going over the astrology, talking about the aspects that this moon is making to other planets, what is going on in the skies. We'll also talk about the Sabian symbol, the Chandra symbol, and the gene key that this full moon is in alignment with, to help us understand what this full moon is really about for us collectively, and also for us individually based off of our sun, moon, Venus, and rising, which I will go over at the end. So please don't let me forget. I have been forgetting almost every time. I'm going to fix this because it's in my notes. I forget to put the little signs on there, but I have them written out right here. So I'm not going to forget today, but I'm excited to go over this information and share with you the power of this full moon and also of this week. I have been talking a lot about how this week is a very powerful week because we have so many astrological shifts going on. For one of them, it's the Jupiter-Neptune conjunction that just happened on Tuesday, but it's still going on. We had Mercury enter Taurus. Mars is entering Pisces this evening, and I actually have made those videos for the Starseed membership. So if you haven't checked those out, make sure you go check those out. And then we have a full moon, and then we have Sun squaring Pluto on Sunday, and then the sun enters into Taurus next week on Tuesday. So it's nonstop, boom, 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 one thing after the other. So this full moon will help us to understand the cycle that started 2 weeks ago and the cycle that's beginning, which is basically it launches us off into the eclipses. So before I dive into the astrology, let me say hi to everybody that is in the chat right now. Hello, Sanders. Welcome in. Hello, Lynette. Welcome in. Hello, Raven. Hello, Joan. Hello, Rebecca. Hello, Melanie. Hello, Dawn, Chanel, Traylene. I hope you guys are doing great. Hello, Nelvin and Valerie. Heather, how are you doing? Adriana, welcome in. Yana, welcome in. Thank you all for being here today and for supporting this channel. So speaking of supporting the channel, make sure that you subscribe and you hit the notification bell so you get notified of when I go live and when I upload videos. And then also, hello, Stephanie, welcome in. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up. I like how there's 22 in the chat right now. And YouTube will be able to recommend this type of stuff to other people that like similar things. So make sure that you do that as well. Hello, Wendy. Welcome in. So good to see you here. And the other way, so thank you for that, because that's a one really important way to support this channel. The other thing I would love to share with you is to invite you to download my free moon astrology guide. There's a link below in the description to download it. This will tell you what your psychic gifts are based off of your moon sign. It'll enter you into my email list, and I send out a weekly moon magic report in your inbox that goes out every Wednesday morning, 8 a.m. Pacific, that tells you basically the astrology, the astrological forecast for the week in written form. And it really helps to understand what's coming, what are the energies that are coming for the week, and also how to prepare or navigate through the energy of the week. So it goes out every Wednesday. And that's really awesome. Another way to support this channel is, and to get more involved, is to join our Starseed membership, which is going strong, and we're getting more people joining every day. I feel so grateful to be able to have that space to share with you guys all of the powerful information in a deeper way. So there's a lot of transits that go on throughout the month, throughout the year, throughout every astrological season. But it's so much information that I decided to create the membership to help guide people in an intimate way, because we have live events where we can connect to each other and actually talk to each other. We actually have video content, meditation content, special events. Whenever there's a powerful astrological transit going on, videos that I upload that give you the information about, for example, when a planet is entering a certain sign, when there's some kind of big conjunction, and then what that means for you based off of your sun, moon, Venus, and rising. And every time there's other powerful events, I send out emails and I give you the information in email form. And I also give you little rituals that you can do to connect with the energies. Also, I go into a lot of the starseed energy as well. And this is the moon portals that open up every time the moon passes over fixed stars, which connects us to the star families. And then also whenever there's sun portals or any other planet is going over these specific markings. And these are portals that open up to help us align with the frequency. We're going to talk about one of those, which is this full moon, because it's an Arcturian stargate, and what that means for us collectively. When we're aligning, when there's a full moon aligning with a star seed marking or a fixed star. So all of that you get in the Starseed membership. And if you have not yet heard of the Moon Goddess training, that is the most amazing way to receive basically the all-in-one package, pretty much. It's not like the Starseed membership, but it is a year-long program divided into 3 levels. You can do level 1 and 2, or 1, 2, and 3. Level 1 is required for level 2, and level 2 is required for level 3. So there's another opportunity to join us for the year-long journey. So we have level 1 happening on April 30th, and it is a 9-week journey where we go through the ancient Atlantean temples, the ancient Atlantis initiatic path, through the temples. Each week is a different theme, and themed along the chakras. We learn about sacred geometry and the relationship between sacred geometry and our astrology. We learn about the gene keys, which tells us what is our life's work, what is our evolution, our radiance, our life purpose. We go into deeply into the activation sequence in the Moon Goddess training, level 1. Level 2, we go deeper into the gene keys into the next sequence, and then level 3 is the third sequence. But the whole progression of, and that's just a little bit of what we learn in the Moon Goddess training, but the whole level, the whole 3 levels, the whole program is basically to become a certified Akashic record reader. So if you've ever wanted to be able to do something that is, different than your regular job, to start maybe your own business, this is actually a great opportunity, a training to help you do that. So really amazing. Also, what you get is priceless, because you get to understand yourself at a deeper level. And part of that includes learning your astrology, learning your gene keys, learning your human design, learning who you are, why you're here, what you're supposed to be doing, what are your gifts, and how to transmute your shadows into gifts, while also learning the ancient Atlantis philosophy, which also teaches us about why we're here as a collective on the planet, and why we're here in the galaxy, and why we're here in the universe. So we kind of cover it all. And we start this next time, we actually begin during the eclipses. So if you are wanting to be guided during a very kind of revolutionary time, eclipses are always this way. This is the way to do it, is to join the Moon Goddess training that starts on April 29th, and the 30th is week 1. So it's on Saturdays. We meet on Saturdays. And that week 1, we begin with the Temple of Abu Simbel. I just posted something on my Instagram about it. So go check out the Moon Goddess training Instagram account. The reel that I just posted is a little bit about the description of why and the Temple of Abu Simbel. And I'm going to be posting a different post about each of the weeks and the content of the weeks, so that you guys can get a little preview for those of you that are still on the fence. But you shouldn't be on the fence, because this is amazing. So any questions that you have, just send them to me. You can follow me at Channel for Grace and send me a message if you have a question that you want to ask about the program. But really, to sign up and to get more information, click the link that is below in the description of the video. And I also made an entire video that covers all of the information in a deeper way. And it's on that sign up page. So everything is easy to find. Everything is below. So check that out. And now we're going to dive into the actual astrology of the full moon. There's a couple more people that came in, so I just want to make sure I say hi to everybody. Hello, Twinkle Starlight. Welcome in. Karina, welcome in. Raessa is here as well. Thank you, Wendy, for putting that information up there, and to the moderators in here. And Raven says, Jai, my boys have little league games Saturday mornings. I will be late or catching the replay. That's totally fine. There is replays for all of it. Level 1 you can totally do with replays. Although it is nice to be there live, you can watch the replays of the gatherings, the live Zooms. So what we're going to talk about today is this full moon in Libra. And I want to actually share the screen with you so you can see the chart. Give me 1 second so I can actually put that up there. And thank you for letting me share all that stuff. Also, I have an astrology course. I don't usually mention that, but I do. And if you want to learn astrology, I have different modules that progressively go into astrology, how it works, and into the different planets, and understanding each planet separately. So each module is a planet. Like we have the sun, the moon, Mercury, Venus, Mars, and soon we're going to do Jupiter, which I'm getting that ready, but there's so many things to make sure that we're catching up with that we may have to wait a minute. I just like overcommit like crazy. Hello, baby Kylan. Baby Kylan. How long do the replays stay up? It's you have access to it, lifetime access. Unless the website that I host my courses on goes down, there's lifetime access. So, yes, very doable. Very, very doable. The level 2 you have to be really present for, and level 3 as well, because that's the actual certification for the Akashic records. All right, so happy to talk about this moon because it's actually a really beautiful full moon that is happening in the sign of Libra. I'm going to kind of show you guys a little bit here in the chart. The way that you know that you have a full moon going on is you look at the sun and the moon, and they're exactly opposing each other. So you've got the moon at 26 degrees of Libra, and you've got the sun at 26 degrees of Aries. And this is kind of a moon that's happening at the later degrees, which is really interesting, and it is what makes it an Arcturus portal. So the general information to understand what a full moon in Libra is really about, it's about celebrating community and partnership. This is also a moon that is ruled by the planet Venus. And Venus is the goddess. She is the goddess of love and beauty. And in the energy of Libra, this is about love, beauty, sensuality, and enjoying ourselves, enjoying life. So with this moon also on Arcturus, this is an Arcturus starseed marking, we are reminded of how we are building a new world together. This is about cooperation, balance, harmony, and also about weighing the odds, knowing what fits and what doesn't, and not getting stuck in being unable to make a decision because we can't make up our minds. This Venus-ruled moon is going to help us celebrate and step into our desires for a better humanity. It's actually really, really beautiful. To go a little deeper into this Arcturus starseed energy, you know, Arcturus they're the master healers. It's a very old star system, and they are ancient souls, the Arcturians. They embody wisdom, knowledge, teachings. They are master healers, and they have the ability to channel energetic healing modalities and ascension technology to activate and awaken quantum level soul upgrades. Beings from Arcturus are focused on ushering in the new earth in relation to technology, holistic healing modalities, and community living that is focused on balance and sustainability. Arcturians have agreed to assist Earth by acting as spirit guides to support, heal, awaken, and connect with many individuals within the collective. They are excellent collaborators and want to see everyone supported, thrive, and succeed. Arcturian starseeds are natural leaders and know how to delegate different jobs and tasks that support the greatest good of the whole. They're peaceful and diplomatic. By nature, they are often excellent teachers and guides and act as a unifying bridge to all star nations. They're active in their physical embodiment here on Earth, living out their purpose here on Earth, often working in science, research, architecture, city planning, etc. So the Arcturian starseeds are very, very intuitive and more than likely really driven by helping the world, really driven by this. And this is the collective, you know, how it will be collectively affecting us is this powerful Arcturian energy on this full moon. So that's the big thing, the big theme of the moon itself. But there are other aspects that are also happening during this time that are important to look at. So the Jupiter and Neptune conjunction is still going strong. So right over here, you can see they're still at 24 degrees together. And this is happening basically for a few days. The exact conjunction was on Tuesday, but they're like still moving through the degrees together. So if you want to know more about the Jupiter-Neptune conjunction, we actually had a live event in the Starseed membership, and I talked all about the symbolism of this and the astrology of this and what it means wherever it is happening in your chart, based off of your sun, moon, Venus, and rising. So if you want to go deeper into the meaning of this conjunction, which is something we've never seen before in our lives, and we'll never see again, ever, because the next time will be for God. The last time this happened was 1856, but we'll never see this in these later degrees. It's a strong energy, and it is about our psychic abilities, our intuition, our dreams, but also if expanded in the wrong direction, or if expanded in the shadow frequency, it can be nightmares. So that's why we're seeing a lot of polarities right now on the planet. But this conjunction is still going strong on the day of the full moon. So this is something that we're going to be really feeling for like years to come. The effect of this, we're going to feel it years into the future. This moon is also making a trine to Mars and Saturn. So the moon is over here. Saturn is right here, and Mars is right there. And there is a trines. There's trines. They're not exact trines, but the thing to remember about trines is that they bring in harmonious frequencies. They bring energy that feels good. So Moon and Saturn can be feeling like you have the maturity that you need to take care of things. Like you step into your responsibility. You don't push back on your responsibilities. You actually step into it. So that's actually beautiful. And with Mars having just entered into Pisces, this is us being driven and motivated to take action in our lives that help us to find a deeper connection to our spirituality, to our own divinity, focusing on our creativity. That's how you're going to get through this Mars and Pisces transit, is our creativity. Where are you putting your creativity depends on where Mars is in your chart, where you should focus your creativity and your intuition and listen to yourself and actually take action to feel yourself more connected. Like put your words into action is of everything spiritual that is important to you. This is what this is going to be about. And the trine means that we can focus our action towards helping others, towards being more compassionate, towards understanding ourselves at a beautiful and deep soul level. On this day, Pluto is actually making a T-square to the moon. So this moon is making a square to Pluto, which is kind of intense. So here's Pluto at 28, the moon at 26, the sun at 26. They're opposing, and so Pluto is actually squaring both the sun and the moon. Now, this is the difficult aspect. This is the challenging aspect, because the square of Pluto to something creates a challenge that has to be resolved. So this is going to have to do with Sun in Aries, which is your identity, how you define yourself, your ego, basically your ego, desires. The Aries is very much like the child that, that we often refer to as like, oh, children are like, like 2-year-olds and stuff. They're very narcissistic because all they care about is themselves. You know what I mean? Obviously, we understand that there's a place for that, because it's a process of learning who you are as a human being, is going through that stage as a child. But as an adult, this represents our ego, and sometimes our ego can really get in the way of who we truly are deep within, because we want something just because we want it, and there's no real like reason behind it. So we have to kind of put our ego in check, but use it to guide us places, to take us places, because the Aries energy is about taking action as well. This whole Aries season has been about all systems go. All the planets are still direct. So this full moon is the last full moon where we'll have all planets direct, because the next time when we have the next new moon solar eclipse, because the next new moon is a solar eclipse. By the way, we're in eclipse season after this weekend, so it's fate time, karma time, release time, revolution time, changes, wild things, And I believe there's going to be a retrograde before the next full moon. Don't quote me on that, but I believe that there is one retrograde right before that moon. So anyways, this is all systems go right now. But the challenge is to figure out us versus others. Us and our relationship to others. Us is the Aries energy and others is the Libra energy. And collaboration is like the best way to collaborate. Pluto is our power. Putting our power to finding the balance between ourselves and our ego and what we want, and then also working together with others and understanding how relationships become so much more clear when everyone is truly in their power within themselves, but this includes knowing who you are. I just recorded a podcast with Maybell, and it's gonna be live on her podcast. I think it's called the Magic Uncut podcast. And we were talking about how basically the way to best collaborate with other people in the world and on the planet, with others in general, is you have to know who you are. And that's Aries. I am. Aries is I am. Libra is we are. And Pluto is power. So finding the balance between the two, both in the internal world of me versus them, or I versus you, or I versus them, and the external world of the actual relationships in our lives. That's why this will be the challenging aspect, but at the same time, it's the squares create the tension that force us to shift and to change. And this is going to be a collective change, and this is going to be a personal change as well. On this day, we also have Mercury making a conjunction, not exact, but a conjunction to Uranus. It's going to be exact next week, but here we begin to feel it. And this is exciting new ideas. Mercury is the mind, Uranus is excitement, it's revolution, it's lightning, it's a new world, it's doing something different. New ideas, exciting new ideas coming in, which is perfect, because if you're going to create a new world, and if you're going to start to redesign the way that we work together and find balance between us and them, or us and others, we have to have some kind of inspiration, some kind of thing that helps us to activate and create the new world, the actual physical, like the manifestation of the ideas that will be coming through. So this can be a very exciting energy. Mercury in Taurus is also a balanced mind, a grounded mind, but with Uranus, it'll find a way to make things exciting. So I actually think this is good. This is good energy. And the other thing that's also still going on during this moon is that Saturn is still, it was exact a few days ago, but is still squaring the nodes. And this is a T-square. So this is about karmic release. This is about letting go of old patterns, figuring things out with terms of karma and your relationship with other people, especially the intimate relationships, because Libra is also ruler of the 7th house, which is our partnerships, our relationships, our, marriages, all that stuff. So this is it's a karmic release. As you find yourself, as you step into your power, because you find yourself and you figure out who you are, which, by the way, if you're curious, then please join the Moon Goddess training, because this is what we do there. We find ourselves and who we are in a deep, deep, deep way, but like body, mind, spirit, but like individually and like cosmically. We situate ourselves in the world, in the universe, and it creates a new awareness that frees you from all the shit that you've dealt with your whole life. This is literally what we do in the Moon Guys training. But what you can do with this full moon is you step into your truth, into your power, and that helps your relationships. That brings the magic into your relationships. And that is what Libra is all about. It's about working together, collaborating, finding balance, finding harmony, seeing the beauty in everything around you. It doesn't come easily. It comes with its challenges, but it is so important. It's vital to understanding how to create a new world. And many people are doing it. Many people are starting to live in this world, to live in this way, in a new way. You have to be innovative. There has to be new ideas, new technologies, or new ways of collaborating with each other. And we take the wisdom from the ancient civilizations and we add our own knowledge of modern life and we bring them together. And it's very much Mercury conjunct Uranus. So this weekend can be really exciting, especially with the ideas that may come up for you, with the new conversations you're going to have with people, an open mind, expanded mind, because Mercury and Uranus expands your mind. It like takes you beyond and it like cracks you open. And it's like awareness, deeper, wider, more expansive awareness to really help us expand into a new way instead of putting ourselves in a box. So that is astrologically looking at the aspects of what's going on with this moon. This is the significance. But you can go deeper into this. The next important thing to look at also is to remember is that after this full moon, we are officially in eclipse season. An eclipse season is a 6-month cycle. So we are closing in these next couple of weeks. We're closing off the last 6 months. So if you imagine 6 months ago, what were you doing in your life? That is coming to conclusion with this full moon and in the next couple of weeks. And that's really, really important to remember because we are moving into a new world. Literally a new world, because the next new moon is a new moon solar eclipse in Taurus, which is where Uranus is. That's a new world. Taurus is the earth, the world. Uranus is new world. Literally a new world. And so this is the power. But we can go deeper and look at the symbolism, the more mythological, the more kind of artistic, the more poetic symbols of the degrees. And that's what I do with every new and full moon. And this one at 26 degrees has its Sabian symbol. So let me find it and then we can dive into what this 26 degree of Libra is all about in terms of the Sabian symbols. So here is the Sabian symbol for the moon. On a recognizance mission, wow, I totally butchered that word. Reconnaissance mission. I'm killing that word, but whatever. Over enemy territory. Let's just say on a mission over enemy territory, an aviator emerges from a cloud bank into the sunlight. His nation's flag clearly visible on the side of the plane. This is interesting. I do want to check the chat real quick because I know you guys were posting some stuff. And I don't want to miss what is happening there. Hello, Christina Maria. Thanks for popping in. Blessings, Game Crusher. Welcome. Yes, today Black Moon Lilith moved into Cancer too. Lilith, it has a very sporadic, very sporadic cycle. She's just kind of like all over the place. Okay, so basically on a reconnaissance mission over enemy territory, an aviator emerges from a cloud bank into the sunlight. His nation's flag clearly visible on the side of the plane. This is what this means. Inner determination. Staying true to one's ideals and beliefs throughout the entire arc of one's life. Damn, that's commitment right there. Showing one's colors and exposing oneself to attack versus hidden agendas and behind the scenes preparations. Ooh. Showing one's true colors. Taking sides on every issue versus letting unimportant issues pass without comment. Being above it all versus descending into the fray. Deciding when to fight and when to bail out. Gather information before they decide what to do. Seeing a way out of society's current difficulties. A hole in the clouds. See what's so significant about that? Because this conjunction between Jupiter and Neptune in Pisces can feel very much like there's fog, and the vision of the plane piercing through the fog, through the clouds into the sunlight is like removing yourself from it, like exiting, right? Finding a hole in the clouds, seeing a way out of society's current difficulties, and guiding others towards this escape route. Dude, shining an intelligent light on the situation. High-minded leadership distinguished by serene confidence in one's ultimate victory. Show a cool, confident face to the public and hide any confusion or doubt. So what I sense from this energy of this Sabian symbol is determination. It's like there's no messing around here. There's there's nothing that you're not doubting anything. You're like fully determined. And I love that because I think that this is something that's very important and very much needed right now in the world. We need individuals that are determined and they know their way. They're not confused. This is a moment to stop being confused. If you feel confused, you have to. This is your opportunity to stop being confused by making up your mind, by making a choice, and finding your commitment and your determination towards that choice. The Chandra symbol for this moon is the following: a black leopard beneath a full moon. This is going to be a powerful one. Pursuing what is desired and nothing else. You see? There it is again. Probing, waiting, stalking, strategically watching for openings. Same theme. Wow. One pointedly intent upon grabbing and holding what you lost somewhere and must find again. Going for reminders, facsimiles, totems, hungry for proof that it is there, that it is possible. Alone forever. You are deeply seeking the other side of yourself. Whoa! Aries, Libra. Aries, Libra. The inner partner, the true motivating spark. You have gotten lost in the dark, identified with the one who needs and lacks, the one who is broken, fragments of experience. But you are hot on the track of any signs that your love essence can be found in another, in a situation, or within yourself. You search everywhere and come up empty. The one inside will be there when the outer versions cannot sate your hunger. And as a last resort, you feel into your own solitary spaces, willing to meet whoever is there and love them with all your heart. Wow. Damn. A black leopard beneath a full moon. Dude, that was powerful. I'm going to read this one again. I usually read the Chandra symbol twice. Pursuing what is desired and nothing else. Probing, waiting, stalking, strategically watching for openings. One pointedly intent upon grabbing and holding what you lost somewhere and must find again. going for reminders, facsimiles, totems, hungry for proof that it is there, that it is possible, alone forever. You are deeply seeking the other side of yourself, the inner partner, the true motivating spark. You have gotten lost in the dark, identified with the one who needs and lacks, the one who is broken fragments of experience. But you are hot on the track of any signs that your love essence can be found in another, in a situation, or within yourself. You search everywhere and come up empty. The one inside will be there when the outer versions cannot sate your hunger, and as a last resort, you feel into your own solitary spaces, willing to meet whoever is there and love them with all your heart. That's it right there. That's powerful right there. So this moon is connected to the 50th gene key. Does anyone have the 50th gene key in their hologenetic profile? Because if you don't, or if you do, you's about to learn something new. Because this 50th gene key, it's not that long. Maybe I'll read the whole thing. 1, 2, 3 pages. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Maybe I'll read the whole thing. So the 50th gene key moves from the shadow of corruption to the gift of equilibrium to the city of harmony. It's part of the ring of illuminati. Dude. So I actually want to read the city, harmony. The gathering of the illuminati. Okay, here we go. What a title. The 50th city is the natural culmination of the process that occurs within the 50th gift. Creating equilibrium is an ongoing process of balancing the opposites, but eventually the slide from one side to the other becomes smaller and smaller until perfect balance is achieved. This is true harmony, a vibrational code that brings all elements within any system into perfect and permanent resonance. Equilibrium can be lost, but harmony is constant and infinite. Harmony is the true nature of the universe and of everything in it. It is simply a pre-existing field that must be entered into rather than created. At the gift level, consciousness can experience individual equilibrium as part of a wider social equilibrium. Feeling a real sense of belonging in a group can induce a deep state of inner balance at a cellular level. However, at the citic level, this balance is taken much further. The 50th city produces experiences that harmonize human awareness with celestial or universal consciousness. To experience true harmony in a human body, you first must have dissolved all sense of separateness. Only then can you melt into the so-called harmony of the spheres. Wait, what? To experience true harmony in a human body, you first must have dissolved all sense of separateness. Only then can you melt into the so-called harmony of the spheres. It is only here in the 50th city that one really understands the higher meaning of the symbol of the cauldron. In many cultures, the cauldron has been a symbol of the form or vessel that receives higher consciousness into itself. At the citic level, all imbalances within the subtle bodies must be destroyed in order that the cauldron of the physical body can become a vacuum. When this occurs, Within the DNA of a human being, the body becomes a deep resonant chamber for the highest universal frequencies. Such frequencies actually have the effect of dissolving the body itself so that the true cauldron is experienced as the universe. Whoa. In some cultures, the cauldron has also been seen as a great drum, and the movement of the planetary and stellar bodies are the rhythms played upon this drum. It is also through the 50th city that we see the true underlying nature of human society, that we humans are fundamentally elements of music. From the level of the 50th city, everything is experienced as music. Individual lives are notes threaded along a universal score that gradually becomes sweeter and sweeter to the ear as evolution reveals deeper and deeper harmonies. This higher social harmony will progressively reveal itself as human beings move beyond the domain of shadow consciousness and realize the harmonic blueprint that underlies all human civilization. I'm getting chills right now. As this is realized and manifested as the divine synarchy spoken of in the 44th city, this codon awakens throughout the human genome, and we human beings will become aware of the harmonic geometries of higher evolutions. The higher subtle bodies of humankind are designed to self-organize into potent and coherent formations of awakening beings. This is the ring of illuminati at work. Humanity has always sensed the presence of the illuminati, or chosen ones. We have woven them into our legends, dreams, and even our conspiracy theories. However, the Illuminati are a commonly misunderstood ideal. The term does indeed refer to a higher evolution of celestial beings or ascended masters, but those beings are not separate from us, Satnam. They are our higher nature personified, Satnam. Fifth dimensional beings, right? As our higher bodies transmute your lower instincts and emotions, so you come into the frequency field of the higher harmony. This field draws you into itself and gradually transforms your cellular DNA into its highest mode of functioning. We now live in the time of the gathering of the Illuminati, a time of unprecedented planetary change. As the awakening becomes progressively widespread, the awakened higher bodies of individuals will come into a heightened communal harmony that quickens the frequency of the whole of humanity. Boom! Eventually, the Illuminati will assimilate all human beings into its ranks, and humankind will finally experience itself as a single, unified, cosmic being. When the 50th city begins to break through in human beings, an all-powerful current of harmony begins to shower the people with whom they are allied. Deep and hidden issues are brought to light in order that social equilibrium can occur. What do you think is happening right now? As the city occurs in one human being, it triggers the gift in all those around them, because the power of celestial frequency drags consciousness out of its lower manifestation at the shadow level. Through this 50th gene key, humanity is destined to arrive at cosmic harmony. Although such a concept will require a sustained period of equilibrium before the scales finally activate the higher harmony. We know this higher harmony as oneness with God. The 50th city holds another secret, which happens to be the basis of all transformation, and also has a particular relevance for cellular mutations in DNA across all species. This 50th gene key represents a tipping point in all transformational processes. Its presence always signifies a quantum leap from one state to another. People with this gene key in their hologenetic profile can therefore catalyze considerable shifts in the consciousness of those around them. A single person manifesting this city marks a turning point in the whole of human evolution. Because of its genetic pairing with the third city, each time the 50th city appears in the world, it precedes what? It precedes a cellular mutation in humanity. WTF. One way of predicting such a shift is to look for an increase in the appearance of social hierarchies or heterarchies, groups of self-empowered people working creatively together without the limitation of hierarchy. These are the early signs of the 50th city that the 50th city may already be appearing in the world. Remember that the original Chinese name for this 50th hexagram of the I Ching was cosmic order. And this is precisely what the 50th city brings to humanity. All human individuals should take heart from the messages contained within the 50th city, along with the 6th city of peace. Dude, we were just talking about the 6th city. This is crazy. It is one of the true master keys governing and protecting human destiny. Beneath the veneer of your outer life, harmony prevails. Even though you may not be able to see or feel it, the blueprint of your awakening is held securely within the vault of this 50th city. The deep laws of the cosmos, epitomized by this 50th city, govern everything that we humans do in the world. The 7 laws of the universe. From our loftiest sacrifices to our most despicable acts. Whoever you are, your acts gradually move you toward divine harmony over the course of your life. For most of us, there will always be moments where we touch upon the echo of this great harmony deep inside us. For some, the harmony will become a habit, born of a love of freedom and a vision of cooperation. If there is one thing you can say about this 50th city, it is that as it grows in power, Pluto, T-squaring the full moon, it will orchestrate groups of communities of human beings into a beautiful symphony in which we become the instruments, and consciousness itself is the music that plays through us. Damn. So, that was crazy. So if you were wondering what this full moon is about, that one right there will tell you. It is amazing to understand the full moons and the new moons in these ways. It just brings in a whole nother layer of understanding. So I'm going to go through the signs. See, I remembered. My friend from Italy has the 50th gene key for his radiance. What's the evolution? Okay, so based on your sun, moon, Venus rising, this full moon is affecting you in a specific place in your chart. And so I'm going to go through each of the signs and tell you where this energy, where you're going to feel the activation of this full moon in your chart. And everything that I talked about can show up in different ways in your chart, and it depends on the area of your life. So let's go into it and see what comes up. So if you are Aries, Sun, Moon, Venus, or rising, this is happening in your 7th house. So for you, you're going to see this full moon play out in your relationships. All of these things that we talked about will show up in your relationships with others. So it's going to be a powerful full moon that really brings out what is happening between you and others. The exact theme of Aries, Libra, very much, right? The duality of Aries, Libra, you are connected with, because on a personal level, you're opposite Libra. So you have this attraction to the opposite end of the spectrum. Valerie says, I have the 50th gene key in the first chart we looked at in class. Nice. Big 5th element. Bada boom. Exactly. Every time I say the word cooperation, I always remember that movie. Okay. Taurus, Sun, Moon, Venus, and rising. You guys are having this full moon in your 6th house. So you just have to be present. So what I'm going to recommend that you guys do on Saturday is just observe and be in the moment the entire day. I mean, really this whole week. Be in the moment. Be aware of what you're feeling, what you're thinking. Before acting, like really ponder, but be present and bring your focus into your everyday life. For Gemini, Sun, Moon, Venus, and rising, this is happening in your 5th house. So for you, let your creativity shine. Let yourself feel the joy, the happiness, the pleasure of life. Express yourself creatively. What do you want to create? Manifest it. Play, like let your inner child come out to play. And this also has to do with romance, love, and children as well. So all of these are themes that can show up in our lives during this time. For Cancer, Sun, Moon, Venus, and rising, you guys are having a 4th house transit. So this is to focus on home and family. This is beautiful. Focus on home and family, and you will feel yourself feeling the joy of like working together with others in your life, but the others that are the intimate relationships for you. So this has to do with like people that you feel very connected to, that are actual family, or people that you feel are family. Maybe they're not blood related, but they feel like family to you. Soul family. Focus on your family. For Leo, Sun, Moon, Venus, and rising, this is happening in your 3rd house. So the 3rd house is the house of communication. So for you, you have to focus on what you say, how you say it, and what you're saying. This is about sharing your story, expressing yourself by way of either talking or writing or even writing music or poetry, that kind of expression that comes through and you're sharing your true voice out to the world. That's where you're going to feel this come alive the most. For Virgo, Sun, Moon, Venus, and rising, you guys are having a 2nd house transit. So the 2nd house is about being here in the moment, but being grounded, but also knowing what is of value to you. Focusing on the things that make you feel good and the things that make you feel grounded and secure. Those are the things to focus on as a Virgo, is how am I valuing yourself? How are the things that I value changing? Like where are my values changing? And also, am I creating a life for me that is bringing in abundance? Am I creating a life that is actually bringing and manifesting things that are making me feel good? That's what to focus on, or the kind of things that will be coming up for you. For Libra, Sun, Moon, Venus, and rising, this is a first house transit. So this is your moon, right? It's Venus ruled, and this is all about you, yourself, your identity, how you identify yourself, what you feel is makes you who you are. Defining yourself or redefining yourself, whatever it is you're doing, this has to do with you, your identity. So at a soul level, who am I and what am I doing here? You're going to feel this within that realm of contemplation during this moon. For Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Venus, and rising, you are having a 12th house transit, which means that this is it's a spiritual experience. This moon is going to bring up spiritual things, either you contemplating spiritual things or you understanding things at a deeper level, or you connecting in some way to your higher self, maybe your spirit guides, your angels. This is a deep spiritual awakening and a deep spiritual experience for you, Scorpio. That's where you're going to feel this the strongest. For Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Venus, and rising, the 11th house is the house of friends, the house of sharing your gifts with the world and your worldview. So how you see the world, you're coming up with a new worldview. You're invited to see things in a new way. Remember that Mercury conjunct Uranus and Taurus is new exciting ideas. So just allow yourself for things to change. Just allow it, and then you'll feel this a lot in this, and these energies and these frequencies show up in the relationships with your friends, your friendships, your acquaintances, people that are connected to you, but not in an intimate way. Friends can definitely be intimate relationships, but I mean in a less intimate way than you would say with like a mother or a father or family member. So friendships are going to be where you see a lot of these energies start to show up, or the themes start to show up. For Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Venus, and rising, you guys are having a 10th house transit. So this is about your career, your life path, how you're living out your life, but really how you're showing up to the world and anchoring, like manifesting your divinity into this time-space reality. The 10th house is the house where you get to like show your colors. You get to do the thing that you came here to do, because now you're in a mature space. So, and it is the house that is also ruled by the sign of Capricorn. So, and the energy of Saturn. So this is about finding where you feel responsible, stepping into responsibility. This is natural. This is going to feel good for you. And also collaborating. Like this is also where we're going to be collaborating with others through career and life path. For Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Venus, and rising, you guys are having a 9th house transit. And the 9th house is about spiritually integrating things. And it is also about expanding your horizons and expanding your mind and understanding what your teachers, what is a teacher to you? So in the 9th house, this full moon, you may experience a powerful like moment of realization or a deep contemplation that takes you a little bit further in your understanding of yourself and your relationships in your life. And last but not least, we have Pisces, Sun, Moon, Venus, and rising, and you guys are having an 8th house transit. So the full moon will bring up, because it's a culmination energy, and because it's the rising up, the intensifying of everything that has to do with emotions. And you have your Pisces, so emotions are one of the ways that you communicate with others. Because of the intensifying energy, something in the 8th house is something comes up that needs to be released. So don't be surprised if you feel like the purging, right? Like the the thing that needs to come out, like bleh, like coming out. So that can be emotional purging. That can be, just some kind of a release. It's infinite, there's infinite ways to release things and to move through things. So you'll see what that's like for you, but you may feel, and it will have to do with some kind of a karmic connection or a karmic relationship where you'll feel that it's the culmination of like, okay, here we go. I'm letting this go so I can make the space for something new to come in. I'm rising like the phoenix from the ashes. It may be, something that is complete. Some cycle is completing, some release, some karmic release is finishing so that you can be free of it as we enter into eclipse season and work on something else karmic. I'm just kidding. But that's for you, Pisces. And that basically concludes going through all of this energy, talking about this full moon, the astrology, how it's affecting us collectively, and then also how it's affecting you individually. If you want to receive a meditation video, which I do for every new and full moon, and a journaling PDF that helps you to integrate and like process and align with these energies, then definitely join the Starseed membership, because I send out a meditation every new and every full moon that you can do at home. And it'll help you to connect with, like, to move through whatever I just talked about with your sign, to move through it and to like the best way to like work with the energy. So thank you all so much for being here. I so appreciate every single one of you. Thank you for your support here on the channel. And I hope that you have a beautiful rest of your week. Tomorrow, I'm going to be doing mini readings. So if you want to sign up, you can sign up by sending $25 to my PayPal, and I'll add your name to the list. And we will go from there. And on Saturday evening, I will be back again to do our full moon in Libra ceremony. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I hope you have a beautiful day and an evening wherever you are in the world, and have a beautiful week. But the other thing I was going to say before I go is that I have a podcast coming out. Finally, after I don't know how many months, I finally recorded another podcast episode that I will be releasing on this new moon in Libra. And now I'm back on track with the podcasts. I feel it. It's coming back. So it, especially with the eclipses coming, it's going to be good. So if you don't follow my podcast, it's Channel for Grace Uncut Podcast on any podcast streaming platform. Anchor is the hosting platform, but it's Apple Podcasts. It's everywhere. So make sure you subscribe, because a new episode is going to be coming out this Saturday on the full moon. All right, I'm done. Sat Nam. See you guys tomorrow.